Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Thursday. Welcome to the Jason Show. Great crowd today. They have good energy. I can feel it. I can feel it. Welcome to the Jason Show. Welcome to the Jason Show. I'm Jace. Please say hello to my sidekick sister from another mister and Service Merchandise's Employee of the Month, Kendall Mark, everyone.
We have service.
How you doing?
What am I, service merchandiser?
Service Merchandise. It was an old store. I don't know if we had them around here. I know we had them in the Chicago area, but yeah.
Did they service all of your service needs?
They did, yeah. And their logo had a little diamond on it. It was really, really nice.
Oh, lovely.
Every day, now that the studio audience is back, every day before I come out, there's an area back there on the set that I do final touches. I get my mic on. Obviously, it's not that far away, so I can hear everything that happens. Mm-hmm. And Erin Schwaberini, our audience coordinator, and my dear friend, she gets the audience all raring to go, keeps her energy up, and yeah. And I can tell. Now, this isn't judgment of audiences, because the truth of the matter is, I sincerely, and Kendall agrees, that we all feel the same way on the show. We are just grateful that people take 3 or 4 hours out of their day to come visit us, especially on a weekday when it's hard to navigate schedules. So I'm just grateful that people show up. However, I can always tell energy. Everything's about energy. You can tell the vibe of an audience. I can tell the vibe of this audience because moments before I came out, Erin Schwaberini's like, okay, does anybody have, Jason's going to come into the audience later. If you have a question for him, we're going to do a segment. Does anybody have any questions right now? Now, mind you, we're about 50 seconds before the open that you just saw, our main show open runs. And some woman in the audience goes, is it too late to pre-bar? Pre-game? Pre-game? Is it too late to pre-game? Erin, I'm just wondering, if I had the vodka and the soda and the lime, can I drink it before the show starts?
Do I have enough time?
Yeah, do I have enough time? I'm checking my mini bar down here too. Let me see, I think it's too late. Unfortunately, it's a little too late. The train has left the station. We can't pre-game.
So
hey, but
sad.
That's my kind of girl right there. That is my kind of girl. Where is she? Where is she right there? Oh, right there. Oh, hi. Well, we got to get, Lindsay Ginsel did bring some champagne, so I think we're set. Yeah. We can post game. I'm open to that. Yeah. Anyway, let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Roll it, Leo. Here we go. Oh, God, I love them already. Here we go. Okay, Kendall, are you ready?
No.
I know. I know. Kendall is representing a lot of people today because get out the tissues. Mm-hmm. The trailer, the full 2-minute trailer for the series finale of This Is Us dropped. Here it is.
I can see where it's all headed now.
I love you.
And it's all headed there so fast.
Say it in my...
What are you supposed to do with that?
Only thing you can do, baby. You dance.
If you step back, you'll see that the end is not sad. It's just the start of the next incredibly beautiful thing.
Trying to appreciate the moments.
I mean, that's what we're doing, just collecting these little moments. And we spend the rest of our lives looking back, trying to remember.
There it is. In the series finale, the remaining family members take a trip to the zoo and they're eaten by an animal. And then, I'm just joking, Panda, that's not spoiler. We have audience members crying before the trailer started.
Openly weeping.
That woman right there, that's Panda. Literally, I'm not kidding. I'm not joking. I was in the intro to the video, and Panda's like, "Oh!"
It's so good. It's so good.
And now she's mad because she has to redo her makeup. I'm sorry, Panda. I'm sorry. I should have. Ted had the story further down in the show, and I had to move it. So I'm sorry, Panda. We'll get our makeup. Oh wait, we don't have makeup people, but we'll find somebody. We'll have Ted come in here and do it for you. Yeah. Ted. Oh, Panda's taking a hard pass on Ted.
It's a good idea.
The iconic series will come to a close next week. Okay, all joking aside, I really am not being sassy. You know, it's not that I don't like this show. I think I would like it if I gave it another chance. What do you want as a fan out of the series finale?
Well, Mandy Moore alluded to this. She said this episode before the season finale, which was this week, is like, ugh. And let me tell you, my eyes are still puffy because I was like, ugh. Jordan thought our dog was dead. So I guess it's going to be a little lighter and just kind of look through the whole memory of the family. And that's, I think, what we all want. We just want to see where everything a little tied up in a little bow.
Okay.
Got a nice little Randall's family's doing great. Kate's well, everything's going good.
I know it's been on for years, but looking at that trailer, and I mean this, as a fan and knowing that Mandy Moore is like your age, was it ever hard to buy her as the older version of the mom?
At first, just because she was a pop star forever too.
Yeah.
So it's like we
She
know
sang
her on all these
Candy,
levels.
one of my favorite songs.
Right, but she's done just such an excellent job with the character, and I think that the writing of this show just flows so well that you lose that, and she just becomes the matriarch.
Got it. Thank you. I do think I should give this another chance because
It's so
people
good.
tell me, because I like shows like this.
It really is. You just got to get back on the train.
Okay, I will. And the train played a part, I heard.
I know. Did you like that pun?
I know. Oh, now Panda's crying again. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
She's crying again. I'm sorry, Panda.
The tears.
Sorry about that.
She gets to the caboose.
We don't have Kleenex, do we? We don't. No, we don't.
Somewhere.
Yeah. We left the Kleenex boxes at Town Ball. Next in the dish, Jimmy Kimmel is on COVID leave part 2. He got everybody's round 2. And last night, Andy Samberg, there's 2 fill-ins. Andy Samberg and John Mulaney filled in for him. Look what they did. This is great.
Thank you so much. It is an honor and a favor to be here. I guess we should explain why we're hosting tonight. You remember how Jimmy said he didn't have COVID, but then he said he did have COVID? Well, he was right both times.
That's right. Jimmy has contracted COVID again for the second time in 3 weeks. And we're thinking they should probably change the name of the show to Jimmy Kimmel Alive. Oh, and we also want to explain why we're wearing all this clutch Jimmy Kimmel Live swag.
So, in all honesty, neither one of us can fit into our old suits right now, okay? We've both put on a little weight since the whole pandemic and quitting cocaine thing, and... but here we are.
Just point to Guillermo?
What? He's my sponsor.
John Mulaney, he was just here at the X. My buddy Don McClain saw Mulaney at the X and said he was so good and so, that's what comedians do. They turn tragedy, and not that recovery is tragedy, but he turned his drug addiction and the intervention, and he turned it into humor. He turned it into and she said it was brilliant. I love Mulaney. The two appear in the new Chippendales Rescue Rangers movie. That's right, which...
Say it right. right.
Wait a minute. Is Panda crying again over Chippendales? Yeah.
Chippendales.
We just got to keep checking in with Panda to make sure she's all right. That's my girl. I've known her for a very long time. By the way, if you want to see the not Power Rangers, the Chippendale Power Rangers movie. Rescue Rangers. That hits. I don't know.
Chippendales when there's danger. You know it never fails. I'm just gonna keep going. Thank you. You got this.
Dude, can we just go to break? I just think we should. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this. Stay with us. Coming up next, you've heard that critics are loving the new Top Gun, but wait until you hear how the famous folks at the Cannes Film Festival reacted.
Good morning, aviators.
To the high-flying sequel. Then, local actor Adam Bartley is stopping by our studio, fresh from his turn on the Hulu hit Candy. And the best tips to throwing the best party. That and more when we come back. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back. First, I gotta say thank you to our audience. My audience member yesterday, and was Sandy. She gave me this really cool little mug. So thank you. It's very nice when people bring gifts. And speaking of the audience, you know, everyone was laughing at Kendall and me mispronouncing the Chippendales Rescue Rangers thing.
No one laughed at me.
No, they were laughing at me because, but they were laughing a little harder than I thought the joke warranted.
Right.
And then I found out why in the commercial break, and it's because when I said Chippendale, Aaron Schwab thought I was talking about the strippers. They thought he said, yeah.
Channing Tatum.
Well, right after the show, I'm taking this whole audience to a Chippendale show. That's right. Welcome back. Remember that leaking water tower that we showed you a couple days ago? Well, Stephen Colbert's team found out about it, and that is our late night rewind. Look.
Now, that looks embarrassing and like an ad for Flomax, but we all know the Man in Black's most famous song. Pee, pee, pee on that burning ring of fire. Urine falls down, down, but the splashback's higher. If it burns, 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 go see your doctor, 'cause your pee-pee's hot, sir. Now, thank you. Thank you for that informative musical break. Now, to recap, ladies and gentlemen, a giant silhouette of Johnny Cash on a water tower in Arkansas is taking a leak on passers-by. But much like peeing after taking vitamins, this story has a dark side.
Now, this situation may seem humorous, but it's actually no laughing matter.
I would debate you on that. But go on, Katrin.
This water tower is losing close to 30,000 gallons every single day.
Yes, and in a crisis of this magnitude, KLRT News will be there, bringing you the latest live from the splash zone. Katrin didn't have to stand directly under what she herself is implying is a constant stream of urine.
Oh, gosh. This is what I love. Having worked in a newsroom for 20-some years, can you imagine getting that assignment? You come in, and, you know, we have an assignment board, and it says your name, and it says the photographer you're with, and then the day. Could you imagine coming in and your assignment reads P Tower? You know what I mean? And then you have to be live outside the tower. I can totally see us doing that.
Nick would give you that assignment.
Yeah, our assignment editor Nick would absolutely assign me to that. Our hot dish continues now with our Insider to the Stars. Please welcome back to the show from the Hollywood Raw podcast. You know him, you love him, Dax Holt, everyone.
Hello, hello. Good morning, Jason. Good morning, audience.
Good morning. Okay, first, you had Kyle Cook from Summer House on. For people that don't know, remind folks, I know what it is, but what is Summer House?
So Summer House is a huge show on Bravo, massive success. It's basically a bunch of people living in a house in the Hamptons over the summer and having all these crazy parties, and you just get to watch the drama, the fun, everything unfold. It's just a really, really popular reality show on Bravo. So we got Kyle Cook, who is one of the main stars of the show, to stop on by the Hollywood Raw podcast. And we've been trying to get him for quite some time, and he did not disappoint. We had a really good chat with him. He actually just surfaced. He was over, I want to say in Greenland or somewhere far off. He had basically gone off the map for a little while. He didn't tell us what for. I guess it was just some project. However, you know, we dove deep with him because he was recently married to another one of his co-stars, Amanda, on the show. And so my big question is, okay, you've got two stars of a reality show, and you're going to feature it. Does Bravo chip in and help pay for the wedding? Jason, what do you think?
No, I don't think so, because I know like some of the trips that the housewives take, Bravo doesn't pay for it all. So no, I would say my answer is no, Chuck.
So he went into detail. He said, no, they did not give me a single dollar for the wedding. And he goes, but there's a reason. He said, I didn't want them to have control over the wedding. It would be then their production, their wedding. He goes, so I probably could have negotiated a little better. However, then I had to play by their terms, and this was my wedding day, so I did not want them to pay for it. And I was like, you know what? That does make a lot of sense. He did get into, you know, if you are a fan of the show, he had some major drama with one of his co-stars, Hannah, and he dove deep into that. I'm not going to bore you with that if you are not a Summer House fan, but then he also broke down on this recent season over basically feeling broke because he was involved in a lawsuit that he said he's losing like millions of dollars on. He did give us an update saying he settled with that. But honestly, if you're a Summer House fan, I promise you will love this interview.
Let's talk about his hair. Look at that hair. How does one get a head of hair like that? That is, he may be losing money, but that's $1 million haircut that young man has.
By the way, I do want to ask you, Jason. So I was toying around doing an episode next week of our most awkward celebrity run-ins that Adam and I have ever had. But I'm curious if fans out there also have had really awkward celebrity run-ins. Has anyone in your audience had an awkward celebrity run-in?
Well, I just had a run-in with a friend that wanted to do some vodka before the show started. So there's right there.
Do you think people would want to hear an awkward celebrity run-in episode? Is my question.
You've had a ton.
Oh, okay. Well, so here's the deal.
Yeah.
If there is someone that's watching or listening, please email me your celebrity awkward run-in because I would like to feature it on next week's episode. It's just dax@hollywoodраw.com. Email me, send me a story because I think it would be really fun to hear these awkward run-ins.
Dax@hollywoodраw.com. Well, you know mine. I've told you that before. One of the most awkward, there are two. I fell backwards interviewing Britney Spears on the director chair, and I was on the floor like a little gay turtle. And then she had to help me up. Whatever, Dax.
Like a little gay turtle is probably the funniest thing I've heard you say ever.
Yeah, I was. And then the audio guy had to come, and he's like shaking his head like, why the hell did we let him in here? And then the second was at that same junket. It was in New Orleans, Dax, and it was like around circa 2000. We were at a party, and Carson Daly, we're all on the dance floor, and Carson Daly is dancing with Gwen Stefani. And Gwen Stefani has hair extension, a ponytail that goes to the floor, and I'm horribly dancing. I'm like, yeah, yeah. And I back up, and I step on Gwen Stefani's hair, and I yank her head down.
Well, Jason, I'm just letting you know now I'm going to use this audio in my episode for next week, along with so many other great stories.
Great. You can listen, everybody. Thank you, buddy. Give it up for Dax, Hollywood Raw Podcast, wherever you get your podcast. And email Dax if you have any stories. I know we have to get to Hot Dish, but I don't want to leave you out. Do you have any that come to mind, float to the surface?
None of mine are that funny. I mean, I interviewed some NBA players that were really not funny. Like I asked Pekovic once, remember when he played here? I was asking him like what music he uses like to get hyped up, excited, and he was like, Serbian music.
Serbian music. Okay.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know what to do because then he just kept looking like around me, like I was really annoying him, and then I just went, okay, thanks.
Yeah. Bye.
Thanks.
Next to the dish, it's very, very tough being Jennifer Lopez. Panda, don't cry. Don't cry, Panda. And in a new trailer for her upcoming documentary, she gets very emotional about getting snubbed at the Oscars for her role in Hustlers. Look.
Diva.
Serial bride.
How do you feel about your butt?
You did not just ask me that.
I did.
If I was in front of Jennifer Lopez and she said, you can't sing, I'd go, neither can you.
And I said to her once, doesn't this bother you? And she said, I expected this.
Do you think you'll be nominated for an Oscar?
I mean, I hope so.
Hustler's first reviews. Jennifer Lopez is Oscar worthy.
It was hard. I just had a very low self-esteem. I had to really figure out who I was and believe in that and not believe anything else.
Yeah, It's called Halftime. Look, I was being snarky in the intro, but it is a good reminder. You know, no matter how big of a star you get, that's a good lesson. No matter how big you are, no matter how many millions of Instagram followers you have, 2 or 3 comments can knock you right down. You know what I mean? Or a negative review. You could be Jennifer Lopez, and one negative review or not being nominated for an award can knock you down. They're not made of steel, and it's just it is a good reminder.
I actually am really excited about this.
I
like J-Lo.
I like J-Lo.
So in the beginning of this trailer is so cool, where she's just like not yelling, but really talking with her dancers about performing, and I'm like, yeah, I want to dance in the halftime show too.
Yeah,
no, but
I do. It is a good reminder. I mean, you and I talk about it all the time. You can be having a really good day, and that guy that doesn't like me can email. The one that dresses up potatoes like me. I hate him so much. He hasn't contacted me in a while, but he can't stand me, and he dresses up. He says I look like a human potato, and he dresses up potatoes. He puts a lot of effort into this. He gets little glasses for the potato. Yeah. He has a little purple suit. A real potato, yeah. Not a Mr. Potato Head, a real potato. But I could be having the best day, and I'll get that. Now, he's a different story, but yeah. Anyway, the doc, Halftime Opens, hits Netflix next month. Next to the dish, speaking of being emotional, Tom Cruise is soaking it all in as Top Gun Maverick begins to make the rounds. Yesterday at the Cannes Film Festival, he was surprised with an award before his new film even debuted. The award has been given only 15 times. It was accompanied with a flyover of a bunch of French jets, painting the sky the colors of the French flag, and then Tom told the crowd he will never forget the evening. As for Top Gun Maverick, it got a 5-minute standing ovation. I bet they pre-gamed. I bet they did. That's my friend right there. It's time to meet today's JVIP. Here we go. It's David Olson. He says the Jason Show is my daily go-to while working at home. It's a perfect time slot, which closes out the AM and gears me up for a great afternoon. Thank you, David. The light content and playful interactions pair with the great pace of the show. Well, thank you. That's Ted and Jeff right there. Keep up the good work. David's going to get a Jason Show mug. He'll also be entered to win the monthly grand prize. That includes coming to the studio to watch the show, a $150 accessories gift card to Becker Furniture World, and a $200 gift card from Woodhouse Spa. I just scared Aaron with that. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this. Back in a moment. You You just saw our next guest play a key role in a show I've been loving. I've been telling you about it. The Hulu real-life crime drama Candy, starring Jessica Biel. Ooh, I love her wig. Anyway, now Minnesota native Adam Bartley is starring with Oscar winners J.K. Simmons and Sissy Spacek, holy coal miner's daughter, in a new series on Amazon. Here's a look at Night Sky.
I get it's a heck of a view.
Oh, it's more than that.
Maybe it's time we finally tell somebody else.
Hey, Grandpa. I think you two should consider moving out of the house.
That's what you're worried about?
One of your neighbors saw you pushing Nana around in the middle of the night.
But I think they're hiding something in that shed.
There's a reason. We were the ones who found this. This is our riddle to solve.
Creepy. So, the show follows a couple who discover a portal in their backyard. Can you imagine that? And it's a portal to a deserted planet. It starts streaming tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for my new friend, Adam Bartley, everybody. Hi, Adam. I love you in that clip, going toward the camera. There's something, what's your line? There's something crazy in that shed.
That's it.
Was that?
That was it.
Was that your line?
I think they should have cast you.
No, that was really good. You always talk about whether it's sports, and Adam's a big Vikings fan, whether it's a sports analogy or not, when you work with great people, it raises your game. I can imagine working with the two individuals we just saw in that scene takes that analogy to a whole new level.
Oh, absolutely. It was really such a treat. I got to go to work every day with J.K. Simmons and watch, his unbelievable gift that he has sort of built slowly over his career. The guy never stops working. He's got it all right there all the time. It's such a treat.
Is it, Adam, is it electric when you go, like the first day? I always like folks to take me to the first day of the set, on the set. When you walk in, take me there. What is it? Is it like playing ball with a pro? Is it like playing with the best?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, you don't really know how people are going to be, off camera. You know them on camera, but off camera you don't know.
Yeah.
And you get surprised. JK is a guy who not only is he a great actor, but he's just an incredible person. When I met Sissy, I met her before we started shooting. And she's just this like smooth, cool, running river of love. And she's just this sweet, wonderful human being.
That's what we want from her,
it's
Adam.
the truth.
Yes.
It's the truth, yeah.
And I say this too, the pros are usually, and you would know better than me, you've worked with more pros in that industry. The pros are always usually the ones that are the kindest ones, because they get it. They don't need to puff up their feathers and show that they're good. They're chill. Do you find that?
Absolutely. I think so. The real pros, the ones who have been doing it for a long time, getting
been there before.
Awards doing it.
Yeah.
They understand that, the truth is that the vibe that goes on set, it translates through the camera. It does. I worked on a show called Longmire for 6 seasons. And our vibe was so special that you can see it translate. It makes a difference how you treat everyone off camera as well as on camera. It's sort of through osmosis.
Oh, there it is, there. And then, so Night Sky, Longmire, and we got to talk about, look at you there. You look like you're 11 there. Look at that.
I think I might have been 11.
Okay, we got to talk about, I'm obsessed. I've been talking about on this show and my radio show, Candy.
Yeah.
You tell the folks who you play for the 7 that haven't seen it.
I played a guy named Richard Parker, who was the neighbor across the street from the woman and the family that got murdered in the series. And it's a true story. It takes place in 1979 in Dallas. And basically, I get a call. The husband was on a vacation in Minneapolis. I get a call to go check the house because he's worried. He hasn't heard. His wife won't answer the phone. And you can imagine what I find, and that's that show, yeah.
Yeah, you're the one that opens. Even though I read the Texas Monthly article, the series that it was based on, even though I knew what was happening, I was screaming at you, don't go in there. Like it was one of the, just don't go in there, thinking that it's going to change the trajectory of the story.
Yeah.
And it did not. You're also, if Adam looks familiar too, correct me if I'm wrong, you had a recurring role on This Is Us.
I did, yeah. I heard you talking about it.
Yeah.
And so This Is Us.
I know. Adam.
There's tears. I saw
Adam,
the tears.
Panda's very.
Cry over you.
Okay.
She's.
No, there's still people.
Adam will have her removed. Don't worry.
Okay.
We'll have her.
Yeah.
He's okay. Yeah. Now you've redeemed yourself because Adam, we're having you removed. What was that set like? Now they're coming to an end. I mean, that was a special show.
So wonderful. I mean, to this day, I played the guy at the fat camp that was sort of the trying to get in on Chrissy Metz's character. So to this day, people will see me and be like, "I hated you on This Is Us." Good. It means I did my job. But just wonder, I was there in the first season when just as they started to know it was a really special thing. And that energy was so infectious and wonderful that just set all of them free to do really great work because they all knew that America had fallen in love with the show. So it was
I love that because when did you know? Because there's always a moment when a show, because that was a phenomenon, it is a phenomenon where things switch. You're busy doing the work, but was it when people started coming up to you when you knew, oh, this is bigger than just a regular TV show? This has hit the zeitgeist.
Absolutely. We can't do anything but sit down with our Kleenex, every week and just do this kind of thing. Yeah.
As Panda said before we had her leave the studio, you are a Vikings fan.
Huge fan.
Okay. How are you feeling about the new generation, about the...
I just did Ben Lieber's podcast. Oh, I see the picture of me with my horns. That's how I do
Adam,
it. That's how we do it
That's
in my
an
family.
attractive man right there. Look at that.
I love it.
You just did Ben's podcast?
I just did Ben's podcast, and we had a long talk about the Vikings. A great guy. But yeah, I have my opinions. I was sort of wishing we might have made some changes in the off season, but I'm gonna be hopeful. I'm gonna be very hopeful that things kind of come together this season. But we'll see.
Okay.
I mean, I'd love to see us win a championship before the end of my days.
Yes, we will. When are you on this week's Ben's podcast this week?
On Monday, yeah.
On Monday, yeah. Ben, he's such a good dude.
Great guy.
Ben, I love you. Give it up for Adam Bartley, everybody. Night Sky. So you can see Adam in a ton of places. Yeah. Night Sky, streaming tomorrow on Amazon Prime. Go watch Candy. If you haven't seen that, Longmire, This Is Us, he's everywhere. And if you're at US Bank Stadium, he could be dressed up like a Viking. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everyone. Thank you, my friend. What a pleasure. Thank you so much. Give it up, everybody. Welcome back. We are live. We have Lindsay Ginsel coming up. Well, it's time to get to know today's audience a little bit better, in addition to Panda, who has been removed from our audience. No, she's right over there. I love Panda. Where's Therese? Therese, come on over here, Therese. Give it up for Therese, everybody. Come over here. I don't want you to fall. What's your question for me?
I'm just wondering if you could say happy birthday to my girlfriend here today.
Absolutely. Where is she? No way! Okay, go sit down. I'm going to go show her love. Excuse me. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Okay, now we're going to post game after this.
You better.
Done. I mean, I do own a bar, so I mean, you can come to the bar. Yes, yeah. I love it. Just kidding, HR. Anyway, give me a little bag. I have a little gift for you. Now, it's tradition when you ask questions here on the Jason Show. Big budget shows give you cars. They give you spa packages. We here at the Jason Show give you merchandise from canceled Fox shows. That's right. So here we go. What? Oh, these are current shows? Oh. My apologies. These are shows likely to be canceled. There we go. Okay. Where's Jan? Hi, Jan. Can you come over here and see me? Give it up for Jan, everyone. Hi, Jan. What's your question?
Well, Jason, you just came back from Disney.
I
Your
did.
happiest place in the world.
Yes.
On the way down here, we were all talking, and none of us really cared for Disney. So we're wondering if you've ever had a bad.
No, I'm just joking. Okay, what now?
Have you ever had a bad experience at Disney?
That's a great question. I got to tell you, Aaron and I keep track. I do a Q&A after the show too. People can then I tell you the real stuff that I can't say on TV. But we keep track of questions that have never been asked. I've never been asked that question, and I will tell you, yes. I have had situations where I've been very disappointed, and usually it has to do with pricing or a change that they've done. It's usually that. But this trip, no, it was a great experience.
I'm glad.
Yeah, good question though. Good question. Give it up for Jan. To be honest with you, usually when it's a bad experience, it's due to other morons in the park. It has nothing to, it's other guests that are rude. That's when, yeah. And then Jan, again for you, this is on Fox. Welcome to Flatch. There we go, a little recyclable bag. Okay, and finally Holly. Where's Holly? Holly, come over here. Give it up for Holly, everyone. Your question.
Where do you think is the best happy hour spot in the Metro?
Best happy hour spot in the Metro. That's a great question. Oh. Can't say that. I think Smack Shack has a really good happy hour, the 1029, kind of in relation to that. I would say also, I'm thinking of, let me just stick with those, and after the show, I'll give you a whole list. I know, I'm on the spot. But no, Smack Shack, just because they have in the North Loop and Bloomington now. Okay. They're open in 2 locations. They have a great one. And then to me, in Serums in Anoka. You can't beat that one, my favorite. There we go. Give it up, everybody. Thanks to our audience members. Don't forget, if you want tickets to our... Just go give it to her. It's fine. I like the little zoom in and zoom out. There's Aaron Schwab, everybody. There we go. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everyone. That show is still on, too. Welcome back, friends. It's party season. When it comes to the most epic bashes, no one does them better. Our next guest is also taking the award for the only guest in the almost 8-year history of our show to be dressed in a wetsuit. Ladies and gentlemen, Lindsay Ginsel, everybody. I gotta tell you.
It's fine. It's fine.
I was over at my desk and I see Linz come in and I'm like, is she wearing a wetsuit? And is this a segment I don't know about? I mean,
was I doing the lunges to get it up?
I mean,
it's brave. It's brave.
But there's a reason.
Yes.
We are doing themes today,
yes.
right?
Yeah. People want to get out and see people. And
they do.
I love throwing a party. I love having a theme. And I think sometimes with theme parties, you need to be very specific about giving people instructions.
Because don't you think, as people that have been to theme parties, you also want to make it easy enough where it's not a deterrent to come.
Absolutely.
You don't want them to go, I don't want to go because it's too much effort, right?
Yes,
okay.
Totally, absolutely. Or they just don't do anything at all.
Yeah.
So this was a little throwback to a combination of my childhood, which is Free Willy and Lisa Frank. It is dress up as what you wanted to be as a kid. And I wanted to be a marine biologist. Lisa Frank, you get it, right? Lisa Frank. So it's a great theme.
I love that.
Thank you. Isn't it so fun?
That's a great...
Easy theme, and you can get creative because it doesn't necessarily have to be a career. It could be Superman, it could be a witch, you know, like everyone can take it in their own direction, but you're giving people very specific guidelines.
That is phenomenal.
And I got to wear a wetsuit. So
and you got to wear a wetsuit. That is, yeah. I gotta tell you, that's pretty brilliant.
Thank you.
That would be easy for people to do.
Absolutely.
Okay, next is a takeout party.
Yes, so this is my brother-in-law John came up with this.
Okay.
So everyone for the last couple of years was really into takeout to support restaurants.
Yep.
And some people still aren't comfortable
Thank
dining
goodness.
out. Absolutely,
Yeah.
totally.
Yes.
Totally.
Thank you.
some people still aren't comfortable dining out. So this is a way to combine all of it. And what I love about it is you can host it at your house. You can host it in a park. You can go to a brewery where they allow you to bring outside food. So we actually did a little belated Mother's Day. You can see that right there. That was in our backyard. So we, my brother-in-law and my sister went to Ono Hawaiian Plates in the North Loop. They got the katsu and kalbi short rib plate, and then the poke deuce bowl, which is poke 2 ways. Then we had the Zen box. It's the Hayashi Sobo noodle salad, and then the seaweed salad, which are both vegan options, which again, if you are doing a picnic, it's so important to bring things that people can eat. And then I'm gluten-free. I went to Hark Cafe, which is also downtown. So it's a vegan, gluten-free eatery, bakery. Their stuff is fantastic. You would never guess, 1, that is vegan, and 2, that it's gluten-free. And then I brought, I'm so sorry, I did not bring enough for everybody, but then I went to Patisserie 46, and there's also Rose Street Patisserie.
Yes.
And I've got a clafouti. It's a strawberry and rhubarb clafouti. So if you take a little peek right there.
That's a clafouti?
Yes.
Here, let me just.
And look at this beautiful little picnic container that it comes in.
Oh, this is what it comes in?
Yes, that's what it comes in.
Holy clafouti. I love that.
And I will tell you, I had to look up how to pronounce it online. It's one of those fancy French words.
I'm so glad you did, because it sounds like a condition. Right there.
And they're also serving with it this passion fruit elderflower elixir. And so I'm going to have you just take a little sip of this before I make you a little mimosa.
What is this porpoise spit in my glass? Could you give me a little more than? I'm just joking.
There's no champagne in it. You don't want to waste it.
Oh,
are we happy?
Oh, well, I'll be happier when there's champagne in it. But yeah,
it's summer in a glass. It is.
Okay, I'll trade you.
I'm gonna make a little one for myself too.
There we go.
You know.
Let's try this.
Got to get the wetsuit off after, you know.
Okay. I mean, like, not right now. I mean, let's. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I want to be invited back.
Lindsay will not be changing live on our show. Yeah.
Maybe that's the after party.
Look at the audience giving you. They want you to be naked, I guess, on the show. I don't know. Cheers to this. Is really good.
It's delicious.
Oh yeah. Okay, we have one more.
All right. Let me just quick little costume change. I have wanted to throw this party forever. It's a decades party. So essentially you do an hour of 70s, an hour of 80s, an hour of 90s, and an hour of the 2000s. Music, drinks, food. You tell people to bring costume changes. I just think it, again, going back to the themes, tell people what you want them to do, and you get to then just spend like an hour listening to the best music from those
Mickey,
decades.
you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Is that what you're going for on that one?
I mean, who knows?
Okay, yeah, I was just... Great ideas.
Thank you.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
This is so good.
We should do the grow up party at Lush.
That'd
be a great theme.
There we go. Lindsay Ginsel, everybody. Go to her website, lindsayginsel.com. Cheers, everybody. We'll be back with the shortest segment of the surprise goodbye when we return. Back in a moment. That is real good. And I don't normally like it's a little too sweet. Welcome back. It is time for the world's shortest segments. Taco Bell fans, the wait is over. Starting today, the Mexican pizza is back on the menu. It was removed 2 years ago, causing a big uproar, not a little one. I love this thing. It led to online petitions and social media campaigns to bring it back. Some Taco Bell app users were able to get one yesterday, but now it's available to all of us, everybody. We'll be right back in a moment. You're gonna try it. I'll take you. You'll love it. Welcome back. One more alarm clock for the weekend, my friends. Thank goodness. Hi, it's time for the surprise goodbye. I don't know what's in this segment until right now. Here we go. Kids, don't try this at home. This is what happens when a pair of stunt performers get married. The husband and wife were both set on fire after saying I do in their backyard. It made for a pretty cool wedding photo. The flames were eventually put out with fire extinguishers. Clearly, the couple found that special spark.
You're joking.
I'm a big no on that.
That's a hard pass.
Yeah, no. Anyway, tomorrow, food, and more food. It's Foodie Friday with Stephanie Hansen as she shows us the art of the smash burger and how to make your own restaurant quality salsa. The whole back half of the show is Hansen tomorrow. That's going to do it for us. If you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Come on, Kendall.